said to me, I asked her, I said, so what is the theme? And she said, Hatitude. Okay, Hatitude. Hatitude. Okay. So I thought about it. And I first was going to deal with attitudes. And I tried for that. That wasn't sitting. It wasn't sitting. And I said, well, let's deal with hats. We'll deal with hats. There's a lot of ways you could go with that with hats. But when you think about attitude, you think about how people act when they put on certain hats. Like this hat right here. Perfect example. Mama wearing this hat right here. And the thing about it, when you wear these kind of hats, you gotta have attitude with it when you wear it. You can't just walk in any kind of way. You walk what? You walk in heavy, you walk in sassy, you walk in like I know I'm looking good because this hat is talking up in here. So there are certain hats that people put on that cause them to act certain ways. But we're not going to deal with that either. Turn with me to 1 Corinthians 9 and 19. First Corinthians 9 and 19. Reads, though I am free and belong to no one, I have made myself a slave to everyone, to win as many as possible. To the Jews, I have become like a Jew, to win the Jews. To those under the law, I became like one under the law, though I myself am not under the law, so as to win those under the law. To those not having the law, I became like one not having the law, though I am not free from God's law, but am under Christ's law, so as to win those not having the law. To the weak, I became weak, to win the weak. I have become all things to all people, so that by all possible means I might save some. I do all this for the sake of the gospel, that I may share in its blessings. God bless the reading of the word, the hearers and the doers. You may be seated. So like I said, the thing was attitude. So as you can see, some of the ladies are wearing hats. Hats come in a variety of shapes, colors, sizes, fabrics, and materials. Hats are worn in the spring, summer, winter, and fall. Hats are worn by men, women, and children, both young and old. Hats are worn for fashion and beauty, protection. This one we can relate to, ladies. Bad hair days. They are worn as part of a uniform or for a specific job. Hats come in the form of baseball caps, wide brims, hoodies, beanies, sun hats, fedoras, floppies, pillbox, visors, slouch hats, flat caps, and the most of all, the church hat. Like I said, it's something about that church hat. It changed that whole attitude, that church hat. But we ain't going to talk about the church hat today. According to our friend Dr. Google, he says there are 294 different types of hats. And at some point, we all have worn one or more of these hats. How many of you know that every hat does not fit everybody? But what we also know is that everybody can wear a hat.
Come on now. Come on.
There are times when we are required to wear a hat, and we don't particularly like the way the hat looks, or we're uncomfortable, in that particular hat, but we don't really have time to look for what we really want because time is of the essence. A lot of times, and I'm going to talk about me. A lot of times, we're looking for a specific item. It's got to be. We got it in our mind. I got it in my mind what I want. I know what I want it to look like. I got the whole outfit put together. I know what I put it in my head first. I visualize it, and I start looking. And there are times, if you're looking, perfect example for when we have the tea, the ladies wear hats. So if you're putting your outfit together, there's a certain hat that you're looking for. And you can go here, you go there, and you never find a hat. But because your time is limited, you end up settling for something that you really don't like. And it really, you're like, oh, it really doesn't look good on me, but I'm going to go ahead and get the hat. I'm going somewhere, you guys. I'm going somewhere. Paul talks about being all things to all people. And there are times when we must function in an area that we aren't particularly fond of, or think we're not good at, or is out of our comfort zone, but the job needs to be done. We're going to go back to that hat that you settled for because you need it at that time. Although the job really doesn't fit us, it doesn't really fit us, we have the capability to do the job. That's talking about that hat that really you don't want, but it'll work for right now. Same thing when someone asks us to do something and we feel like, well, I'm going to talk about me, like this right here, right now. I'm uncomfortable. I don't feel capable. The job needs to be done. So, since I want to be obedient and be in the will of God, I'm going to do the job because the job has to be done.
God got the right one.
And a lot of times, we don't do because that's out of our comfort zone, or that doesn't fit me, that doesn't, but you're the one that's available at the time. There's nobody else available to do it, and it's not that you can't do it, it's that you're uncomfortable doing it. So a lot of times, we hold up our own blessings, not only our own blessings, we hold up blessings from others because we will not step into the place that we should be at that point and put on that hat and get the job done.
That's it. Talk now.
So what we have to do is, when we're put in those situations, grab the hat, go ahead and grab the hat, put it on, and get the job done. Paul is positioning himself to win souls for Christ. That's what this is all about. When he talks about being all things to all people, he's winning souls for the kingdom. He's on an assignment. And on this assignment, he's willing to do anything he has to do, which means he has to wear many hats and take on jobs and responsibilities that he normally would not have done. Amen. We all wear many hats. Sister Kim, I need your assistance. We all wear many hats. I don't know anyone in here that just wears one hat. Even our children, they wear many hats. We wear the hat of mom, dad, sister, brother, employer, employee, chauffeur. We're chauffeuring kids. We're chauffeuring neighbors. We're chauffeuring parents.
Come on.
We're chauffeuring spouses if you have one vehicle.
Yeah.
We wear the hat of teacher, whether it's Bible study, whether it's a school teacher, whether it's a teacher in your home, teacher on your job, being a pastor. We wear the hat of a confidant,
Come on now.
mentor,
Come on now.
prayer partner. We wear the hat. See this? Of a protector.
All right.
The visor is supposed to protect you from the sun and from the elements. Whether we're protecting our homes, families, church, friends, jobs, we wear the hat of a fan, cheerleader. We cheering on our family. We're trying to encourage our friends. We're trying to, you can do it. You can do it. I'm your biggest supporter. I'm your biggest fan. I'm here, girl. I'm here for you. I'm here. I'm here. We wear the hat of a friend.
All right.
And as you see, this hat is floppy and big. Friends. Because sometimes friends can be floppy. Sometimes friends can be a little shady. We're friends to them, but they're not always friends to us. But we wear that hat. We wear that hat. We wear that hat of a socialite. We want to be social. We want to go to the events. We want to mingle. We want to do this. We want to do that because we want to network because we're trying to start our businesses. We're trying to be entrepreneurs, and we're just trying to make those connections. So we wear the hat of a socialite. And last but not least, we wear the hat of a Christian.
Well, come on.
As you see, all of these hats on my head can be a little bit overwhelming.
Come on.
Heavy. It's a lot to carry. But we wear them. And we're proud to say we wear them. But tell me something. Tell me something. Tell me something. Are you an effective hat wearer? Or are you just wearing the hat? Because you can wear the hat and not be effective. There are 3 things that should be done in order to be an effective hat wearer. You must be willing to serve. You must see the good in all. And you must have balance.
That's it.
All 3 of those things Paul had. Sister Kim, you can take these hats now. Because all those hats, some of those hats we wear simultaneously.
That's right.
We wear a lot of those hats all at the same time, and sometimes when you wear all the hats at the same time, you can't really focus on what you need to be focusing on. Because you're here, you're there, you're over here, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that, there comes a point when you have to decide, okay, which one of these hats can I take off for right now? Which one? Because some hats we put on, we don't have to wear. Remember, I said every hat does not fit everybody. You can wear it, but it doesn't necessarily fit.
That's right. That's right.
So some things we take on because we chose to take it on. We didn't pray about it. We didn't ask God about it. We didn't consult Him. We just decided that well, I'm doing good. But yeah, you might be doing good, but are you effective in doing what you're doing? So just because you're wearing a hat, that means that you're doing good. In verse 19, Paul talks about being a slave, even though he was free and not in bondage to no one. He says, I have made myself a slave to everyone. Meaning, he is willing to serve, to become a servant to all, to gain more converts to Christ or Christianity. He adapted to all sorts of people and their way of doing things. It sounds to me like Paul was passionate about serving. And that's where a lot of us fall short. I'm talking about me too. I said us. That's where a lot of us fall short because we're not passionate about what we're doing. If you have on any hat, no matter what hat you're wearing, it causes you to have to serve. Think about it. Mom, you're serving. Your kids. Dad, you're serving. Your kids, your family. Teacher, you're serving. One thing I left out, let me talk about in the church, about the positions we hold in the church. Some of those hats that we wear. Musicians, hospitality workers, media team, sound team, choir member, praise team member, praise dance member, Bible study teacher. Give me some more. Intercessors, finance, church secretary. All those things, once again, that's a hat we're wearing, but are you effective in those things? So, like I was saying, when you're serving, you have to be willing. It's all about willing. You can serve. There are a lot of people that are serving, but they're not willing. Their heart is not in it. They're just doing it. They're just going through the motion. But you chose to wear that hat. You put the hat on and say, I'm going to do this. So if you put the hat on, then you got to be willing to do the job and do it with a loving heart.
That's right.
Not doing it grudgingly.
That's right.
Not coming in and say, I sure don't want to do this. Because what happens when you say that, it shows.
Amen.
I'm talking to me too. There are plenty of times. Let me put my glasses on so I can see y'all. There are plenty of times when I walk in restoration and say, I ain't feeling this today. And that's the truth. We don't always feel it. No. But this is the key. At some point, you have to change your mindset. At some point, it shouldn't be like that every time you step into the house of God. I don't want to. Something is wrong. You have days like that. Yes, we're human. We have those days. But it shouldn't be every day. It shouldn't be all the time. It shouldn't be, oh God, I just hate all the time. God don't forget to bless you. God don't hate blessing you. God don't hate providing for you. God don't hate making ways for you. So why is it that we have such a hard time giving him what he deserves? And that's us. He deserves our time. He deserves our praise, our worship. He deserves our devotion. He deserves our sacrifice. But we put those hats on. We're wearing 50 million hats, but we're not being effective in wearing the hat. So in order to be effective, you have to be willing to serve. You have to be willing to serve. My next point. In verse 22, Paul did not judge them or despise them, but he became one of them. He put aside his title and authority to help the Jews feel comfortable, because once again he was trying to be effective in winning souls for Christ. He didn't judge them or call out their weaknesses, but he presented himself in such a way that they could see something different in him. When we're wearing these different hats, no matter what hat you're functioning in at that moment in time, we have to be so careful in how we present ourselves to others and how we perceive others. A lot of times Pastor says it all the time, a lot of times we put a price tag on people's head as soon as we see them. And we don't know anything about them. But we already have put that price tag on them, or we're trying to figure them out. Paul didn't do that.
That's right.
He didn't make them feel less than.
That's right.
He saw the good in everybody. He saw the good in everything they did. He never made them feel like that they could not be.
Well,
And a lot of times we make people feel like that they cannot be.
That's right.
yes.
That's right.
They don't deserve to be.
That's right.
You don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve to do that. You don't deserve to do that. And we're wrong because we're wearing the hat of leaders. We're wearing the hat of pastors. We're wearing the hat of teachers. We're wearing the hat of mentors. We're wearing all these hats we're wearing, but we're putting off a different vibe than what that hat says.
That's right. That's right.
So we're wearing many hats, but once again, are we being effective?
That's right.
In being effective, you have to see the good in all. I'm an instructor in the Union County school system. I'm an instructor of cosmetology. And I teach juniors and seniors. A lot of times, and I have noticed this since I've been teaching, and it's 9 years now, I've noticed that a lot of these kids, they just want to see that someone cares.
That's right.
They come in all hard, they come in all, want to be grown, don't want to listen, don't want to do this, don't want to do that. And I realize that because a lot of them, they're pretty much raising themselves. They're raising themselves and their younger siblings. Mom is doing whatever she wants to do, and they'll tell you, Mama don't care what I do. She don't care nothing about me. They'll tell you. And a lot of kids, they act out because they feel like no one cares. What I had to learn to do, because my mindset was like, oh my God, these kids, Jesus, what? But I had to learn, in over time, I had to learn, you know what? It's going to be my responsibility to make them feel like they're somebody. I have to see the good. Because someone told me that no matter how bad someone may seem, there's always some good in them. You just have to know how to pull it out. So in dealing with those kids, I come to find out, I start out and they'll tell you, especially when I get a new class, when a new class come in, they'll say, oh, we heard about you, Miss G. What did y'all hear? And they'll tell me the story about what they heard. And I say, well, just keep that in the back of your mind so you won't be a victim. Keep that in the back of your mind. But what I find is I'm very firm and stern when we start out. Because I don't give them, you can't play with these kids. You can't play with them. Because they don't respect nobody. They don't care nothing about being suspended. They don't care. They don't care nothing about that. So my thing is, I tell them right quick, you act crazy with me, I'm going to act crazy with you because I can go to the house. I already got my license, so if I got to go back in the salon, I can go back in the salon. So y'all do, try me. So some will try you, and they learn real quick. Miss G crazy. They learn it real quick. But the thing is, I had to start changing my mindset as we go along, and I started learning each one of them. I find out, okay, what works for her doesn't work for her. And what works for her, that ain't gonna be nowhere near helping her. So you have to learn individuals, their ways, their likes, their dislikes, things they're interested in, what makes them click, what makes them tick, different things you have to realize in different individuals. And I had to learn that and start trying to pull out the good. And when you start focusing and take away the negativity, stop looking at the negative and look at the positive, then you won't be as stressed, you won't be as bent out of shape, and God will begin to open doors for you and make your job easier. Because when he sees what you're dealing with, once again, I had a student that was it just won't work. And I said, God, you're going to have to either move me or move her, because this not going to work. So what I ended up doing, I talked to my husband about it, and he told me something to do. And I started doing, and she started adhering to it. But guess what? About a week after that, God removed her from the class. I said, thank you, Jesus. But you have to be willing to make changes. You have to be willing to help somebody, because a lot of folks can't help themselves. They don't know, because they've been so used to people telling them what they can't, and who they're not, till when somebody tells them that they can, they don't believe it. So you have to find ways to pull those certain things out of them, to let them know that you can do this. You can accomplish this. This is in you. You don't have to believe the negative. Look at the positive. Instead of looking at the glass half empty, look at the glass half full. So we have to focus on that. So we have to be willing to see the good in people if we're going to wear these many hats. My last point is you have to have balance. Mom, teacher, wife, daughter, mentor, praise team leader, babysitter, chauffeur, going to the grocery store for somebody. I mean, all these things I do, some of you guys do some of the same things or even more. And we have to learn how to balance all of that. Because sometimes we can get so lost in what we're doing till we lose focus on what we're supposed to be doing. And what we're supposed to be doing is focusing on Christ. Christ is first. Amen. In all your ways acknowledge him and he shall direct your path. When we focus on Christ, he will lead us and show us how we're supposed to maneuver through all of these things. Because our ultimate goal, once again, is winning souls for Christ. Because when people look at you, when they see you able to do this and you're able to do that, and they see you serving, and they see you bringing out the good in people, especially leaders, no matter what kind of role, but if you're in a leadership role, it is very important for people to see you serving. It's very important for people to see you serving, because when people see leaders serving, then they'll be quicker to work and do what you need them to do, or get cooperation from them when they see you working. So as a leader, whether you're over hospitality, whether you're over the pastor's aide, whether you're over praise team, whether you're over musicians, whatever it is position that you hold as a leader, never be found not serving, but serving with the right attitude. Never be found putting people down. Always be found bringing out the good in others. Because once again, others are looking at you. Others are looking at us as Christians. So we have to be found always doing the right things, because our ultimate goal is winning souls for Christ. So in having balance, you have to balance. You have to know what's priority right now. If it's not priority right now, then you need to move that down and put what's priority. And a lot of times, our families get the tail end, the short end of the stick. Because we're so busy helping everybody else. We want to be a wonder in everybody else's eyes. To our own families are. So you don't want to be found guilty, because your first ministry is at home. Ladies, our first ministry is at home. We can't be guilty of out helping everybody else's kids, out helping everybody else's home and providing for them, and your children sitting at home ain't got nothing to eat, but you just went and helped Sister So-and-so get a bag full of groceries. It starts at home. It's okay to help, yes, but make sure your home is taken care of. for others that we don't even do for our own. And don't think they don't see it.
Amen.
Don't think they don't recognize
That's
it.
right.
Don't think they don't know it. You encouraging Sister Abram over there, and your own needs some encouragement. Oh, she'll figure it out. Really?
That's right.
Really?
That's right.
But we have to be careful. You have to balance. You have to have that balance. You have to have the balance. Paul had balance, and he talked about how even though he was fitting in with the Jews, he was doing things, he became weak like them. He didn't try to walk in his authoritative position. He didn't go in with a title, but he became like them. But he had balance because he still, even though he became like them and he did some of the things with them, he did not forget about Christ.